No, but this is tied into my statement.
You guys think that black people that go with white people is because they have any sort of like they do it out of a traumatic experience. They can't do it just because they met somebody that is cool that they like and they're like, you're safe, I like you, I want to have a baby.
But let's say one thing, right? The one I'm pushing isn't personality, it's templates, right? And the question is, what templates can we push for black people to follow that guarantees betterment, so maximizes betterment?
Go find a partner that will be a good parent. Go find a partner that understands you and listens to you. Go find a partner that has a vision that is compatible with yours. Go find a partner that is going to instill into your family good values and morals, and that has nothing to do with color. That has to do with substance.
You know what? I just realised we're fighting two different battles.
Probably, yeah.
Because you're fighting that we're all equal, we're all one, we're all humans, no one's worth more than each other. And you're fighting black betterment
as if there's any difference in value.
Realised that we're on two different wavelengths.
Yeah, because I don't recognise race as something that gives value or not.
What you're saying is fact and valid, and what he's saying is fact and valid, and the two's never going to mesh.
So you say there's no, so you don't believe there's any...
Because what you're fighting, and this is what I'm saying.
Hold on, one second.
When you lower the standards, you're not even fighting the same...
No, but we know this.
You don't believe there's any value in being black or white?
I don't believe that there's any value in race.
So,
and the reason why
you don't
I say
believe there's any value in being black?
In being black, in being white,
that's
in
crazy.
being mixed race, in being anything.
No,
because
that's crazy. The way you word it is, what you're saying is nobody's better than anyone else. But when he said there's value in everybody for what they are.
If I say that there's no value in being black, there's no value in being white, there's no value in being Asian, then nobody has value.
Some people are just going to hear no value in being black and jump on
There's value in being white.
I don't mind.
I can see the value in being white.
I get what he means.
I can see the value in being Asian.
And
I can see that. And this is the issue. This is another issue. You're moving like the New World Order. You're moving like you want it to be all one race, one language, one rare, homogenous. No, that is hell. That is hell, and that is hell, and that is the collective concern of all those that have pride and see value in their ethnic group or their racial group. They see that mixing cool, rare, but at some point we all just going to end up beige and not seeing any value in what we were.
Why do you think that though?
Because if we all take the same approach, then there's no need to listen. Many cultures want to see many cultures want to see the sustenance and the maintenance of their culture and their beings and their look and their phenotypes and their pride. Right now, what we're saying is there's no value in this. Yeah, what we're saying is no value in that, and just mix and rare. So what happens is there's groups that we want to travel to go and see, because of their individualist, their look, their thing, their whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, and we appreciate that, and those people want to maintain that, and the mentality that takes to maintain that is, you know what? I want you to marry from that tribe. Traditionally, you marry from that tribe. They marry from our tribe. We take a daughter from there. They take a son from there. And rare. And we keep it this. I want you to farm this land or do this or rare. These are very ancient mindsets, that have kept us.
Race?
I think they're stupid mindsets because you're going by skin color.
It's like the Russian doll. You can create bigger, wider groups, however you want to describe it. But essentially, if you zoom out enough, it is race to one degree or not. Not to say that race is the construct that we're saying it is, but these black lot have stuck with their black lot, and you can now go over there and see that black lot and enjoy what that black lot do.
Even
these white guys, they do that. These Asians, these Inuits, rare. We don't want.
I'm saying these conversations only happen. What I see when black people talk about solutions, right? And that's why I say it's a double dilemma. We are despised and we're disorganized.
Yes, you say that.
Bingo. That's just finally realised because you've got two different dilemmas.
Yes, you say exactly. So what it is that's why I'm an open door elite.
But you got to close the door now.
No.
Because you get rid of some double dilemmas.
Here's what it is. We all age and we all learn, hopefully progress, right? So there's some people, I would say this 7 years ago, maybe even when I first met Jedi, it was a different conversation we're having. And maybe years go by, we understand each other slightly more.
No, I think I always agreed.
Right.
I always agreed.
Yeah,
it's perspective and it's the approach and it's words. Like for me, I could sit here and tell you that I'm not black.
Yeah, I've
so
heard that
all this chat is very.
Oh yeah, if you want to go, but
if you really want to get real,
Indians weren't really Indians.
I ain't fucking black, bro. Like, if you want to really get down to it,
there you go. Then.
But we
and you can say that, and you should say that.
Yeah. But
it still doesn't mean that I'm gonna dismiss the experience of a group.
Facts.
Because I'm a part of that, and I'm a part of that. You are dismissing the experience.
I am not.
You are though. You are.
I
You
am
definitely
simply
are.
what I.
By saying that nobody has any race has value,
it's not.
kind of did.
I'm not dismissing the experience.
And you know what?
I am concluding that the experience in the long run and in your ultimate solution is irrelevant, and it is, and I'll tell you why it's irrelevant. Again, I speak from personal experience because my personal experience got me to becoming enlightened.
Yes.
I am not from this country. I am not of this country's race. My name is nothing to do with this, and yet I still managed to do so much. Why? Because my substance.
Because you're a pretty female, non-offensive. Because you're a pretty female, non-offensive.
Listen,
that will open lots of doors for you.
You see me now as I am. I didn't grow up looking like this. I wasn't a pretty girl, you know. I was a butch little chubby girl who was a tomboy who was really loud and obnoxious.
We're all doing the same thing that was done to us.
But that didn't get you anywhere,
Listen, it got me anywhere that I wanted.
Being a butch tomboy?
Yes, it got me everywhere. Do you really think that I've only become a smart, intelligent, and successful person now that I'm a pretty girl? No.
Okay,
it comes
that's what you were saying.
No, it comes down to the fact that actually my substance is what I believe. I am an intelligent person. I am a capable person, and therefore I am going to do.
When did you stop being a star?
My race does not stop me.
When did you stop?
When I had one of my heartbreaks, and then I decided to at uni, and I became really pretty, and then I just went from there.
So from uni. So
and
before uni,
successful before that.
You were successful before
that? Yes,
that?
I was at 21 that I had my glow up.
You see how you speak about
21.
yourself like you're pretty, like you have self-confidence and stuff like that.
I've always had it.
No, but I'm just because you see
Delulu?
No, not Delulu at all. Because this is what and this is where how do you say it? What I say might be a bit shocking and stuff like that. So like you see like me,
stealing your bars, copyright.
Because I noticed it does it. But like you see like I got cousins because I'm mixed. Of course, I have black family, I have white family. My mum's mixed, my dad's black. Majority of the family is black. I grew up around black people. People who
your mum's mixed.
Yeah,
mixed with
my mum's dad's Chinese Jamaican, and my mum's she's born in Madeira, but she's grown in Jamaica.
Right.
What's Madeira?
Portugal.
Portugal.
So
she's a non-black person. As in, she's not mixed with black.
Yeah, because my granddad he's more black than Chinese.
Right. So I thought maybe you might have like one European parent, one African, one black, but you got one black parent, one mixed black.
Yeah.
Further to show that the skin color don't mean shit.
The mixed thing is so prominent to me. But say for example, I lost my train of thought.
So you're going to tell me that
you said half your family was European, half was
no, he was telling me about my pretty privilege.
Yeah, sorry. So like I have cousins. Like I have cousins because I've heard. That's why I said majority of. Maybe it's not racism prejudice then.
Yeah.
But majority that I've experienced is from people who are not white. It's from black because maybe that same theory they have of big, black and scary. I'm a little too dark for their liking, so they might not express certain things to me. But from my black family and my black friends, I hear all the time, "Oh, that girl only likes you because you're light skinned and blah and this and all stuff like that."
And he rejects who you are.
But my
okay,
I know him and like I'm like, but bro, like. You not getting this girl and me not getting this girl ain't because of my colour. It's because you look like foot and I don't. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and you're my friend. I tell you, you're not attractive in that way. And then not just that, your whole putting yourself down and lifting me up in terms of with the women because I'm light. It's like an inferior complex, and women kind of can read this confidence and aura. And I can already see.
Did he have any social cues at all for him to develop that thought process?
Yeah, but I hear you. But this is back to the whole when I was saying in terms of like the parenting and stuff. Because I've heard nothing but I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous or whatever from when I was growing up. Yes. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So from white, black, whatever. So I had like a self-esteem built up from my parents and like I've only heard that I was beautiful and that gave me a certain uplifting and confidence within myself, and I noticed that some people don't have that, and I think maybe it didn't start from at home where you was told certain things.
Black is inferior.
Do you get what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Chicks, but none of us are gonna get told black is inferior at home.
No, but
like, what happens is
indirectly you get told these conversations are part of it.
I agree with everything you've said, and you've enlightened me on certain things, and you too. But I'm telling you right now, you're definitely talking from a position of actually being light-skinned, mixed race.
No.
You are.
Okay,
though.
Jedi,
You
let me
definitely
explain
are.
something to
You're
you.
not-
You think England is very politically correct. In Portugal, things are not like this. When we were younger, my mum and my dad had to do a lot of work to safeguard us against the effects of racism.
Of course, 'cause you're in Portugal.
Exactly. Which
Racist
means,
country. There's still racists over there.
So that means that the color of my skin was always something that to some people may have been important. But what I've been told about my skin color is what matters to me. And my parents have educated me from early to say, yes, you are darker than the rest, but it doesn't mean anything. You are intelligent. You are capable. So even though I was a butch, chubby little girl, I still didn't care about skin tone or anything. Nothing stopped me because what I look like doesn't mean anything with what's inside my substance. So when black people are saying that the problem with black people is because of white people, no. The problem is with black people is the fact that they continue to internalize things that are just natural, that happen from white people with the arrows, with this, with that. It happens. We're humans. No. That's the thing.
See why some people view that as a bit dismissive.
I get it, but it's the reality of things. The same way that now black people continue to want to be Muslims, despite the fact that Muslims enslaved them before the whites.
I hear you, but do you understand how it can sound a bit dismissive?
I don't care about what it sounds like. The point is, the truth is not about emotions.
This shit happens.
Get over it.
Slavery happens.
Get over it.
Move on.
Get over it. People, when I was younger, kids did not want to hold my hand because I was dark. Yeah. And you think that was something that stopped me from being successful, from being smart, from working, from being intelligent, from going for education, from finding the solutions that make me a human, not somebody that is mixed race or black.
I agree. So if I agree with you,
I think there's some social. I think there's some gaps in your social understanding, and that's coming from the perspective of being dark skin, perceived as dark skin or on a darker range. I think you're missing certain experiences and whatever, and I'm happy for you that you didn't have these experiences and you have no knowledge of others that had those experiences.
Again, that's you as a black person denying me of my experiences that I have had to go through.
I'm saying in your last thing that you just said, you clearly are talking from your perspective, and that get over it, and I had to hold no one didn't want to hold my hand and I still made it. Cool. So even dark-skinned black women can give me the same conversation because they're missing a part of society, which is women are favoured in society. Yeah. Yeah. When you the lighter you are, the lighter you are as a woman, you're gonna be favoured in society.
In what way?
Because this is
tell me how I'm favoured in society because I'm this way, and then because of that, then reject all the hard work and everything that's put in. Go on.
See, this is the thing.
Hold on. Let me try to explain it.
Let me just ask you. Are you aware? Wait. Are you aware of the caste system?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just round up what the caste system is?
I understand it more from the Asian perspective of different colours. So there's the lighter you are in those places, the more privileged you are.
Okay, now I'm letting you know that even in some of the most darkest corners of Africa, that is still a belief.
Yes.
Yeah, this is called the international system of white supremacy.
Right.
And black, Asian, white, everyone practices it. Yeah, in their societies. This is why we have the lightening creams, the hair straightening, the this and that, the corrective surgeries, the this blah 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 blah. This is why. Black people are going to be, or the darker you are, the more likely you are going to be incarcerated. The more likely you are to experience infanticide. The more likely you are to, the higher your mortality rate is in a hospital. You all got phones. You can go and check the rates everywhere. There's a reason why the darker you are, you end up collectively at the bottom of the social economic barrel, even in your own indigenous country, right? And we cannot ignore that just because you're cutting through and doing your thing. Obama, black people, you can't talk about racism. Your president was black.
Listen,
head top. Like, do you know what I mean?
I get that, but again,
the exceptions is not the rule. And when you are an exception,
the exceptions show you the solution.
No, but wait. The exception should not be insensitive to the majority that might not be having that experience.
I explained to you already. So if I was a victim of racism in Portugal, my dad, who I told you is a big, strong, scary black man, if he succeeded because he respected his substance and his value as a human, as an African man, because he was proud and people saw that and treated him accordingly, then there's a solution there. The solution comes down to your mentality.
So you think that people are being suppressed because they don't respect themselves?
Yes.
So you see, did your dad care about societal norms and what people thought about him externally? Would you say that's something that he valued?
Yes, he cared.
Can I give examples?
We will go
it's not contradictory. It's you knowing that if you want to be respected, you walk with respect.
I agree, sister. I agree with you. But now here's the analogy to go with it, right? Imagine like your phenotype is a basketball player, right? So let's say that the lighter you are, the shorter you are, the taller you are, right? And so let's say that
is this a hypothetical?
Hypothetical, yeah, because this is not some supernatural kind of basketball game. Yeah. So what happens? You being a lighter lady, you're going to be say maybe 7 foot, while a darker person is going to be say maybe 5'1", right? Go down the shade, right?
Cool.
Now you both have a disability. You both have one arm. Yeah. So there's a spectrum. So yes, if you keep on trying, you might make the NBA and maybe the next league down in Europe or whatever. I don't know. There's some form of success. Yeah. But you have to understand that even if you both make it, it wasn't the same challenges. Yes, you both got one arm. Yeah. But the fact is, you have an advantage that you might not even see because you're focusing on the one arm. But the fact is, you're 7'1". Yeah. While the darkest skin sister, in the analogy, is 5'1", right? And these things play in. But obviously, you should always try to progress. Right, but these things do matter.
I know it's trying to rob you of your ability or whatever, but I think because you're so trying to defend the fact that you bore through and you did your thing, which so many of our family members and peers did, it doesn't mean that because you've climbed to the top of the wall and made it, you be like, the only reason you lot ain't making it is because you don't believe you can make it. Where the fact is,
it is though.
And on
top of that, you are in another man's land. If you go back home, the conversation changes completely, which goes to show you that you're subscribing to these norms that this world has once put on your ancestors' heads, and you continue. When these times there's opportunity there, education does not discriminate. You can even go through education from the beginning to the end for free in this country. But instead, the mentality of the people in this country is one that is defeatist, is one that where you project your sense of inferiority into your reality because it doesn't mean shit. It actually doesn't. You've got two hands, you've got a brain, you can do a lot. It's how you perceive, and the objective truth is you're human, you can do.
Yeah, and now I agree with you. I say that now we've realised that we want to use that belief system, whatever, as black people working together. Why are you trying to say it's not a good idea then?
Well, why am I saying it's not a good idea?
As in, I'm saying that black people come together and believe in ourselves and work as a collective to better ourselves in this land or other land.
Because your solution is not dependent on race. That's the whole point. The main problem with all of these conversations is that people add much more value to race than what it actually has. Race is nothing but a biological difference that creates you to have. No, and I can say that
you're going to say that because you're mixed race.
And it is because of that. And it is because of that. Because I'm mixed race, I know that I've got two races in me, and it doesn't really mean much.
So it's like fuck everything. Exactly. No, but
it doesn't mean much.
1 second.
Unless you make it seem like something. Because the same way I'm speaking and saying it doesn't mean much, I could sit here and be like, but black people are mean to me, and I feel very rejected by my own community, and I don't care. But I don't care because ultimately I've reached the enlightened solution, which is race doesn't actually matter. Race should never be an obstacle. Race is nothing but a biological phenomenon.
You say you want to say something?
Yeah, because I was going to say, you said your own black people, so what about your other side?
And the other side is the same thing, so it doesn't matter.
You claim more on our side than the
I
other
claim
side.
more on being African because my mom, despite being white, she is African. So my loyalty comes down to the motherland. I don't care about being black, white, mixed race. I care about upholding my cultural values.
Is that mom African?
Yes. Up to you. It doesn't matter.
And Jamaican.
Huh? I'm very look. I don't get involved in these things.
Do you get what I mean?
All I say is this, yeah. Listen. I'm saying that I'm about black. Hold on. Remember, things are in a circle, right?
Yeah.
And I said that we can have a tactical meeting or a traumatic meeting, and unfortunately, I don't mean shocking.
It's become a traumatic meeting,
and it always will be.
Because she's shouting and huffing and puffing.
No, it's not the system.
I understand it all.
Aggressive black woman.
You
get it. I have to fight to have a big voice because I say more shocking things than everybody here, and nobody really wants to say.
You'll be surprised.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
Fuck you, you ain't black. You ain't black, motherfucker.
Right, do you want me to tell you something
Please,
shocking?
go,
Do you want to hear something very
Go
shocking
shocking,
when it comes
sister.
to me talking about
Fucking diggers.
racism?
Go ahead.
In modern society right now, racism is being perpetuated by the inadequacy of the community. The community continues to represent itself poorly and then giving a bad image stereotypically in general, and then the racism continues to be perpetuated because I'm telling you, for what I know to be black people are not criminals, black people are not
I know
uneducated,
some
black
black
people are not.
criminals.
From what I know of black people,
some white
especially
ones.
from my side of the family, that is black. My side of the family that is black is wealthier. My side of the my black side is stronger. My black side is the one that I actually looked up to as the example. So if I can see that as my example and I see the community doing something different, I'm going to tell you the problem is nothing to do with being black. The problem is that community.
And your viewpoint is selfish.
yeah.
Your viewpoint is selfish. It's blinkered. And it's biased.
Yeah, it's too aggressive, man.
Nah.
Sometimes the way-
We
'cause
turning up now.
You know what it is?
Nah.